What if true peace is not something you find after success, happiness, or achievement, but something already available to you right now in this very moment? What if the stress, anxiety, and emotional chaos you are experiencing are not caused by your circumstances but by your resistance to the present moment? Imagine living a life where the noise quiets the moment you stop arguing with now. In The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle reveals a profound truth: the present moment is all you ever truly have. The past exists only as memory, and the future only as imagination. Yet most people live trapped in one of those two illusions, always thinking, striving, waiting, and never actually living. Freedom begins not through changing your life situation, but through changing your relationship with the now. This book teaches you how to access your inner peace and power by fully embracing the present moment. Chapter 1: You Are Not Your Mind. Have you ever caught yourself lost in thoughts, overthinking past mistakes, worrying about future outcomes, and felt disconnected from everything around you? You are physically present, yet mentally absent. But what if I told you that this constant inner dialogue, this compulsive thinking, is the very reason you feel restless, stressed, or unfulfilled? Eckhart Tolle explains that most of humanity is completely identified with the mind. We believe that we are our thoughts when in reality, we are the awareness observing those thoughts. You experience suffering because the mind lives in time, replaying past pain or anticipating future challenges. Meanwhile, life itself only ever happens in the present moment. Your mind is a survival tool, not a place of peace. The real you is the consciousness behind the thoughts, the silent observer. The journey to inner freedom begins when you recognize that your mind is a tool, not your identity. Once you learn to witness your thoughts rather than be controlled by them, an internal shift takes place. For the first time, you step outside mental noise and into inner stillness, the beginning of enlightenment. But if pain comes from getting lost in thought, what is the pathway to true liberation and peace? The next chapter reveals the surprising exit route and how the mind uses pain as fuel to survive. Chapter 2: Consciousness, the way out of pain. Think about the last time you felt emotional pain, maybe disappointment, rejection, regret, or anxiety. Now ask yourself, was the pain caused directly by what happened, or by the story you told yourself about it? We believe circumstances create suffering, but what if suffering is not what happens to you, it is how you unconsciously react to it? Eckhart Tolle explains a radical yet powerful truth. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. The difference lies in your level of consciousness. When challenges occur, your ego-driven mind instantly resists, complains, judges, or labels the situation as bad. That resistance creates suffering, not the event itself. The mind thrives on pain because emotional turbulence keeps it active, feeding the identity of "I am the victim of life." But once you awaken to consciousness, to the awareness of your thoughts, you begin to see pain as temporary, not personal. You become the observer rather than the one drowning in it. The moment you bring presence to an emotion, you stop giving it energy. You stop identifying with thought and instead feel the emotion without resistance, allowing it to pass through. Tolle calls this watching the pain body. The pain body feeds on negativity, but presence starves it. He teaches that real healing begins with acceptance, not avoidance. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening?" ask, "Can I be fully present with this feeling without labeling it?" Once you step into this level of consciousness, the pain loses its control over you. But awakening consciousness is only the beginning. How do you stay rooted in the present moment when your mind constantly pulls you back into fear, doubts, and distractions? Chapter 3 reveals the secret to entering the now and staying there even in the chaos of daily life. Chapter 3: Moving deeply into the now. Imagine standing in a serene forest, sunlight streaming through the leaves, yet your mind is racing with worries about deadlines, bills, or conversations you had earlier. You are physically present but mentally absent. What if the key to peace, clarity, and fulfillment lies not in escaping your life, but in fully inhabiting every moment of it? Tolle emphasizes that the doorway to freedom is presence, the ability to consciously experience the now. Most people live trapped in mental time, reliving the past or projecting the future, unaware that life itself only ever exists in the present moment. Presence is more than mindfulness. It is a shift in identity, from being the mind to being the awareness observing the mind. The moment you notice your thoughts without judgment, you stop feeding the mental patterns that cause stress and suffering. Tolle introduces practical techniques for anchoring in the now. Focus on the breath, feel it entering and leaving your body. Observe bodily sensations, notice energy in your hands, feet, or chest. Witness thoughts as a silent observer, let them rise and fall without attachment. He explains that presence transforms ordinary life into a powerful meditation. Washing dishes, walking, even commuting can become deeply fulfilling when approached with awareness. Time loses its tyranny and joy emerges naturally because the mind is no longer scattered, resisting, or obsessed with outcomes. Yet, staying in the now is not easy. The mind constantly devises strategies to pull you back into worries, regrets, or fantasies. How do you overcome these mental distractions and remain fully present, even under pressure? Chapter 4, Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now, will reveal the subtle ways your mind resists the present and how to break free. Chapter 4, Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now. Have you noticed how your mind always finds ways to escape the present moment? You are on vacation, yet worry about work. You are with loved ones, yet reliving an argument from last week. You are alive, yet absent. Why does the mind resist the now so fiercely, and what can you do to reclaim your presence? Eckhart Tolle explains that the mind is a habitual escape artist. Its survival instinct drives you to identify with past experiences or anticipate future events. It resists the now because presence requires surrender, and surrender weakens the ego's sense of control. Some common mental strategies include overthinking and constant planning. The mind convinces you that projecting the future is necessary to stay safe. Emotional identification, replaying past pains or grievances, strengthens the pain body, which feeds on negative emotions. Busyness as distraction, filling every moment with activity, prevents inner silence and awareness. Tolle teaches that the key to breaking free is awareness. Simply noticing these strategies without judgment weakens their hold. The moment you say, this is my mind resisting the now, you are no longer trapped. Awareness creates distance between you and the mental patterns that cause suffering. He also emphasizes acceptance and surrender. The more you resist, the stronger the mind's pull. By embracing the now fully, even in discomfort, the mind gradually loses its grip, revealing peace, clarity, and joy that were always available, but recognizing the mind's resistance is only the beginning. How do you move beyond surface-level awareness to a deeper state of presence, where you live fully in every moment without distraction or inner conflict? Chapter 5, The State of Presence, will reveal the tools and insights to fully anchor in the now, transforming every aspect of life into a conscious, awakened experience. Chapter 5, The State of Presence. Have you ever experienced a moment when time seemed to stop, when you were fully alive, completely aware, and at peace? That fleeting state is not magic or luck, it is the state of presence, and Tolle argues that accessing it consistently is the gateway to true freedom and inner peace. The state of presence is the practice of consciously anchoring yourself in the now, beyond thought, judgment, or mental noise. Eckhart Tolle explains that most people experience only fragments of this state, often when something dramatic or beautiful interrupts their routine. But presence can be cultivated intentionally. Key principles for entering the state of presence. Observe your thoughts without attachment. Notice them rise and fall like clouds passing through the sky. Anchor in the body, feel sensations, energy, and subtle awareness, which grounds you in the now. Surrender resistance, accept the present moment fully, without arguing with reality, or labeling it as good or bad. Presence dissolves egoic tension. When you live in the now, fear, regret, and anxiety lose their power because they exist only in mental time. Life becomes effortless and fluid. You begin to respond to challenges rather than react automatically, creating clarity, joy, and inner strength. Tolle emphasizes that the state of presence is not about escaping life or responsibilities. It is about engaging fully and consciously with life as it is, transforming every action into a meditation, every moment into a source of vitality. But presence is not only about personal peace, it also transforms your relationships, your environment, and your perception of the world. How does this shift affect the people around you? And how do you maintain it even in emotionally charged situations? Chapter 6, The Inner Body, will show how connecting with your inner energy amplifies presence and deepens your experience of life. Chapter 6, The Inner Body. Imagine a moment where you feel completely alive, not because of something external, but because your own body and consciousness are fully present. Have you ever realized that most people live almost entirely disconnected from their inner body, their core energy, and yet wonder why life feels fragmented or stressful? Eckhart Tolle emphasizes that the inner body is the gateway to presence. While most people focus entirely on external events and mental activity, conscious attention to the body allows you to anchor in the now. The body becomes a bridge between mind and awareness. Key practices include feeling energy within the body. Notice subtle sensations in your hands, feet, chest, and abdomen. Using breath as an anchor, conscious breathing deepens your connection to the present moment. Shifting attention inward instead of being lost in thought, focus on the inner energy field that is always alive and vibrant. By connecting with the inner body, you dissolve mental tension, fear, and anxiety. The body holds life energy, and conscious awareness transforms it into a source of vitality and calm. Presence becomes effortless when your attention is anchored in the body because the mind cannot dominate completely. Tolle explains that every emotion and thought leaves an imprint on the body. By consciously sensing the body, you release trapped emotional energy and maintain a state of inner calm. The inner body becomes your constant companion, a tool for navigating life with clarity and serenity. But presence is not just about the body. Beyond the physical awareness lies a deeper dimension of consciousness, the unmanifested, the source of all life, where true peace resides. Chapter 7, Portals into the Unmanifested, will reveal how to access this profound dimension and experience life beyond form and thought. Chapter 7, Portals into the Unmanifested. Have you ever sensed a stillness behind everything, a quiet, unshakable presence that is untouched by chaos, fear, or desire? Eckhart Tolle calls it the unmanifested, and accessing it can transform how you live every moment. The unmanifested is the dimension beyond form, thought, and time. It is the source of consciousness itself, the essence that underlies everything in existence. While most people remain fully absorbed in the world of appearances, Tolle teaches that true freedom lies in connecting with this deeper dimension. He identifies portals too. This state, silence, stepping into inner stillness, allows you to feel the unmanifested. Surrender, letting go of resistance to the now, opens a doorway to the deeper consciousness. Emotional awareness, observing emotions without attachment, allows you to transcend them and touch the stillness beneath. When you access the unmanifested, your life changes. You experience inner peace, creative flow, and a sense of unity with everything. Problems, conflicts, and stress lose their grip because your attention is no longer trapped in thought patterns. You become a conscious participant in life rather than a reactive actor. Tolle emphasizes that this is not an abstract concept, it is a practical, experiential reality. By using the portals consciously, you can integrate this presence into daily life, turning ordinary moments into sources of power, insight, and peace. Presence affects not just your inner life, but also your relationships. When you bring the power of now and the unmanifested into interactions, everything changes. Chapter 8, Enlightened Relationships. Have you ever noticed how conflicts in relationships often repeat, no matter how much you try to fix them? Why do arguments, misunderstandings, and emotional pain seem to resurface with the same people? What if the real issue is not the other person, but your own presence or lack thereof in the interaction? Eckhart Tolle explains that most relationship suffering comes from egoic patterns, the unconscious tendency to project, blame, control, or seek validation. When two egos interact, pain, judgment, and unconscious reactions dominate. Enlightened relationships, on the other hand, are grounded in presence. Key principles for conscious relationships: observe your inner reactions. Notice when you are reacting from ego rather than awareness. Respond, do not react. Presence allows you to act from clarity instead of emotion. Embrace the now in interaction. Fully attend to the person without past baggage or future expectations. Accept the other as they are. Release the need to control or change them. Presence fosters understanding and connection. Tolle emphasizes that when you bring presence into a relationship, even conflict becomes an opportunity for growth, understanding, and connection. Emotional triggers lose their intensity, communication deepens, and intimacy thrives. The quality of your relationships is directly proportional to the level of presence you bring. Presence also creates a ripple effect. When you are fully aware, the other person can feel it and mirror it, creating mutual consciousness and harmony. But presence goes beyond peace in relationships. It transforms your entire emotional landscape. What happens when you move past the pursuit of happiness and unhappiness and access a deeper state of peace and acceptance? Chapter 9, Beyond Happiness and Unhappiness, There is Peace, will reveal the ultimate power of living fully in the now. Chapter 9, Beyond Happiness and Unhappiness, There is Peace. Have you ever chased happiness relentlessly, only to find it slipping further away? Or tried to avoid unhappiness, only to feel anxiety creeping in? What if both pursuits are illusions, and true freedom lies beyond the duality of happiness and unhappiness? Eckhart Tolle explains that most people live emotionally addicted to extremes, seeking pleasure, avoiding pain, and in doing so, remain trapped in the mind. True peace does not come from gaining or losing external circumstances. It comes from being fully present in the now. Key insights from this chapter. Peace is the absence of resistance. When you accept the present moment fully, you release the tension between what is and what you wish it were. Happiness and unhappiness are temporary states, both arise and pass within thought. The deeper unchanging reality is consciousness itself. Emotional freedom comes from awareness. When you observe emotions without identifying with them, they lose their power over you. Surrender, not suppression. Accepting life as it is does not mean passivity. It means engaging with clarity, wisdom, and serenity. By transcending the pursuit of happiness, you access a steady, unwavering inner peace that cannot be disturbed by circumstance, opinion, or events. Life becomes less about constant striving and more about being fully alive and aware in each moment. But even peace has a deeper dimension. What happens when you surrender completely to life, not as a concept, but as a living flow of consciousness? Chapter 10, The Meaning of Surrender, will reveal the ultimate key to mastering the now and living fully awakened. Chapter 10, The Meaning of Surrender. Have you ever fought against reality, struggling with life the way you think it should be? Have you noticed how this resistance creates stress, frustration, and even suffering? What if the key to mastery, freedom, and deep fulfillment lies in surrendering, not giving up, but fully accepting the present moment? Eckhart Tolle explains that surrender is not weakness. It is a conscious choice to stop resisting life and fully inhabit the now. Resistance to what is creates tension, struggle, and emotional pain. When you surrender, you align yourself with the flow of life and stop feeding the egoic mind. Key principles of surrender. Acceptance of the present moment. Acknowledge what is without labeling it good or bad. Observation of thoughts. Notice mental patterns trying to fight reality and let them pass. Flow with life's events. Surrendering does not mean inaction. It means acting from presence rather than reaction. Freedom from egoic attachment. The mind constantly wants control, but surrender dissolves this compulsion, giving rise to peace, clarity, and inner power. Tolle emphasizes that surrender is the ultimate practice of the now. It allows life to unfold naturally, frees you from compulsive thinking, and opens the door to profound joy, creativity, and inner freedom. Through surrender, you are no longer trapped in the illusion of time, worry, or resistance. You are fully alive in the eternal present. By embracing surrender, presence, and consciousness, you transform every moment into a source of peace, awareness, and empowerment. But how do all these teachings connect into a practical, life-changing philosophy? Final thoughts. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now teaches that true freedom, peace, and fulfillment come from presence, not circumstances. Across the book, several key themes emerge. You are not your mind, you are the awareness observing your thoughts. Identifying with the mind creates suffering. Consciousness over pain. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Awareness allows you to witness emotions without being controlled by them. Entering the now. Life exists only in the present, anchoring in the now through breath, body awareness, and attention dissolves stress and mental noise. Resistance vs. surrender. Resistance to the present fuels tension. Surrender to the now brings peace and empowerment. The inner body conscious connection to your body is a portal to presence and vitality. The unmanifested beyond form and thought lies a dimension of consciousness, offering deeper peace and creativity. Enlightened relationships. Bringing presence into interactions transforms conflict into understanding and deepens connection. Beyond happiness and unhappiness, true peace is beyond duality. It is the constant awareness of the now. By consistently practicing presence, observing the mind, and surrendering to life, you cultivate inner freedom, emotional balance, and clarity. You no longer react unconsciously but live fully, consciously, and joyfully. Ask yourself, how often do you truly live in the present moment? Today, make a choice to step out of the past and future and experience life fully in the now. If you found these insights transformative, like this video, subscribe for more book summaries, and comment below which chapter resonated with you most. Your journey to presence starts with a single conscious step. Begin now.